And welcome to the Oddity Archive, the show that you don't even have to get drunk to convince it to poorly belt out an 80s tune. Here we go again.
I can dream about you. You know how to hold me just right.
Complete with repeat footage from last year. So, as is customary, let us start with the loser of this year's lot, but it's something you wouldn't really expect to ever be considered a loser. So, every year that I've been doing this, it seems like I get asked at least a couple of times, have I found any adult karaoke discs? And the answer has always been no. But this year I found one. And unfortunately, it is very lame, and it is not at all YouTube friendly. So anyway, here it is. It's the Playboy Karaoke Collection, Volume 1 from 1994. And the song renditions are decent, if unremarkable. And the video footage, within the context of something like this, is about as tastefully done as you could ever hope for. And when I say not YouTube friendly, yeah, this is almost entirely nude footage. So, let me share with you now about all I think I'm ever gonna get away with sharing out of the song footage.
Daniel is traveling tonight on a plane. I can see the red tail lights heading for Spain. Oh, and I can see Daniel waving goodbye.
Like the last 2 years, not all the footage that I found is from Laserdisc. So this year I've got 2 VCDs and 1 VHS title to add to the mix. And if you remember last year's installment, I had this delightfully, unintentionally funny little tape from this company that was called VCD, as they called it. And if you remember their little spiel about video software and all that. Well, I found another one from the series, and while there's no Dustin in the Winds on here, it's still got more than its share of gems, which I am saving for later. And then as far as the VCDs go, they're both really generic looking, to the point where I almost question whether or not they're legit. But this first one is called Videoke Classics. I just love how the karaoke and video and all those names just get mangled in new and interesting ways each time. But anyway, this one is kind of schizophrenic in that it's bouncing back and forth between the Great American Songbook and just garden variety 70s to early 90s pop. And then our other VCD is this very bootleggish looking compilation of Carpenter's tunes. Just can't seem to keep away from the Carpenters on this show. But then again, as long as they sound like this, I guess I shouldn't complain too much.
Don't you remember you told me you love me, baby? You said you'd be coming back this way again, baby. Baby, 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 oh baby.
Now, getting back to the Laserdiscs, this would mark our first all-country karaoke title that I've ever covered. And it's from Japan, strangely enough. So here it is, and I'm really not sure what the title is supposed to be. I mean, there's like 5 potential titles here. So I'm just going to call it Steve. If they don't have to make sense, neither do I. Now, this was still sealed when I got it, but in spite of that, this must have gotten mishandled or something at some point because one of the layers on the disc got cracked all the way through. So side 1 of this thing was totally unplayable. But also, this is the second title that I've ever encountered to be missing the guide vocals. And I had that VHS title that one time, but this is the first LaserKaraoke title specific that is missing them, which wouldn't be so bad, but usually there's a hint of the vocal melody going on. Well, on most of the tracks on here, it is nowhere to be found. So basically, unless you're already intimately familiar with these largely pretty obscure tunes, you're pretty much screwed. This next disc I actually won on good old Fleabay for the princely sum of 95 cents, plus 3-something shipping. But anyway, here it is, and this was listed as being in very good condition by the seller. But as it turned out, the disc was just lazily chucked in the cardboard sleeve, no protection, no nothing. And the disc itself looked like it had been intentionally rubbed with sandpaper at some point. And at least I have some spare sleeves kicking around. But I was able to clean this up enough to make it playable. And my great reward for making this thing playable again, it's called Old Style Love Song. I know it's hard to tell, but you'd think there'd be a certain air of romance to it. Nope. But there are an awful lot of really terrible renditions of early 60s folk songs.
Throughout history, there has been many songs written about the eternal triangle. This next one tells the story of Mr. Grayson. I met her on the mountain, there I took her life. I met her on the mountain, stabbed her with my knife.
I tell you, nothing says romance like murder. Anyway, the last disc in the mix today is one from easily one of my favorite karaoke series, and it is Everlasting Love Song, Volume 4. That is one really, really long song. But as you'd expect, it's the usual 70s to early 90s soft rock stuff, except for a totally unexpected, out-of-left-field rendition of a Ronnie James Dio era Rainbow song.
There in the middle of the people is dancing, feeling with just a wave of a strong right hand is gone to the temple of the king.
Now that we've got the basic overviews out of the way, let's get down to everybody's favorite part of these episodes, the part where I talk a lot less and you get to see a lot more footage. So, what LaserKaraoke installment would be complete without the ever-popular bad music and/or vocals montages? And it's pretty epic this year.
the stars above.
Blame it on the bossa nova with its magic spell. Blame it on the bossa nova that he did so well. Oh, it all began with just one little dance, and soon it ended up a big romance. Blame it on the bossa nova, the dance of love.
Love me tender, love me sweet, never let me go. You have made my life complete. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. Oh, my darling, I love you. Next time I fall in love, the next time I fall in love, the next time I fall in love, it will be with you. And you give, and you give, and you give yourself away with or without you. With or without you, I can't live. Since you've gone, I've been lost without a trace. I dream at night I can only see your face. I look around, but it's you I can't replace. I feel so cold and I long for your embrace. I keep crying, baby, baby, please. I'll be watching you. I'll be watching you. I'll be watching you.
How will I know if he really loves me? I say a prayer with every heartbeat. I fall in love whenever we meet. I'm asking you 'cause you know about these things. How will I know if he's thinking of me?
No more do I see the starlight caress your hair. No more feel the tender kisses we used to share. I close my eyes and clearly my heart remembers. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Hang down your head and cry. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Poor boy is bound to die. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. Yeah. Ooh. You may say I'm a dreamer.
Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the soldiers gone? Gone to graveyards, everyone. Oh, when will they ever learn? Oh, when will they ever learn?
One more try. I didn't know how much I loved you. One more try. Let me put my arms around you. Living all these lonely nights without you. Oh baby, can we give it one more try?
Usually the songs on these discs stick pretty close to the most famous rendition, but this year I found a few that just didn't sound anything like the most famous version. But having said that, I couldn't really figure out exactly whose version they were basing these renditions on. I like to call this Whose Song Is It Anyway?
When it comes right to the end, the band can stand me. We're gonna rock around the club tonight. We'll rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. Gonna rock around the club tonight. How many times must a cannonball fly before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. A dragon lives forever, but not so little boys. Painted wings and giant rings make way for other toys. One green night it happened, Jackie Babe became no more. Puff that mighty dragon, he ceased his fearless roar.
She don't want your love anymore. She don't want your kisses, that's for sure.
It is so not unusual for me to encounter footage that is incongruous to the songs. But this year I found a few songs that, even under low-budget stock footage circumstances, had absolutely no reason to be this far off the mark. I like to call this the "You Had One Job" montage.
Sometimes the snow comes down in June. Sometimes the sun goes round. I see the passion in your eyes. Sometimes it's all a big surprise. You must have been heaven sent, hearing me call. You went out on a limb, and you're all that is not. Just look what I got, 'cause you got it all. All over you.
Most of these karaoke videos involve some degree of necessary acting on the parts of the models that appear in them. But this year I came across a few that all I can say is, dear Lord, I hope these people weren't gunning for an acting career. I mean, I don't consider myself to be much of an actor, but I'd be willing to bet that I am a damn sight better than most of these people.
Still shines. Every shingling that they're starting to sing so fine, just like before. It's yesterday once more.
Oh baby, can we give it one more try? Oh girl, you know I love you. I just want you to know our love I'll always treasure. So please, just don't let me go.
Sometimes swear no sense word make. Dumb producer company translates suck. Montage salad word this.
She's simply so awesome. She touched by me in plenty old chains, and all had turned 'cause she was the queen. She said I was the type that she wanted to tame. Can't give you more wasting our time on cheap talk and wine, left us so little to give. I don't understand it, can't keep my mind off loving you. Love you for a minute. Ooh, now baby, I'm caught up in the magic I see in you. There's one thing to do, I can dream about you. If I can't hold you tonight, how can you just walk away from me when all I can do is watch you leave? 'Cause we share our love to render pain and even share the tears. Now take a look at me now, 'cause there's just an empty space. I thought a wait for you is all I can do, and that's what I gotta face. Now take a look at me now, 'cause I'll still be standing here. No more sorrow, but that's the chance you gotta take. It's your lonely heartbreak, only the lonely.
Like last year, I found myself with a lot of footage of varying degrees of inappropriateness, if that wasn't a word it is now, that just didn't fit into any one particular category. So what I've done is I've rounded up the best or worst of the most unsexy, pointless, surreal, only tangentially related footage, and have put together what I like to call the dumb montage.
Unforgettable. That's what you are.
Oh, I want to dance with somebody. I want you to hit with somebody. Yeah, I want to dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me.
Living alone, I think of all the friends I've known. But when I dial the telephone, nobody's home.
I'm going back someday. Come what may to Blue Bayou, where the folks are fine and the world is mine. I'll move by you. Let me be there in your morning. Let me be there in your night. Let me change whatever's wrong and make it right. Whoa.
close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I write home every day, and I send all my loving to you. Oh, when will they ever learn? Oh, when will they ever learn? Try to remember the kind of September when you were tender and kind of fun. Try to remember and remember.
I never fell until I looked at you. For your eyes only, only for you. You see what no one else can see. Now I'm breaking free for your eyes only. The passions that collide in me, the world of mind inside of me, only for you. For your eyes only.
I actually have one more Laserdisc to cover today, and I'm only bringing it out now at the end because this just would have been thoroughly useless in the context of the rest of today's episode. So I'd like to present to you now the archive's first ever non-musical LaserKaraoke title. And from 1992, it's Comedy Karaoke Volume 1. And as you'd expect, it's a bunch of stand-up routines for people that are too lazy to come up with one of their own. And you also guessed it, the jokes are straight out of the pages of those children's joke books. Now, as you'd kind of expect, there is no guide vocal on the disc, but you don't really need it when you've got this surreal, looping soundtrack of obnoxious crowd noises. When I was first going over this disc, I was admittedly trying to play along with it, but after really not too long, I started getting bored with it and even a little frustrated with it. And I just started firing off the jokes in any stupid, obnoxious voice that I could, fire off the top of my head. And I went and recorded some of that. And then it dawned on me that I am not a stand-up comedian, and so what I did was I took one of the segments on there, took the file, and I emailed it to a real stand-up comedian. And I really genuinely was not expecting to hear back, but not only did I hear back, he was nice enough to cut a vocal for me. So anyway, let's close out today's episode with two of the stand-up routines from this disc, one of which is just me goofing off, really, and the other from our mystery special guest. And I'm just gonna wing this and see what I get. I'll probably totally embarrass myself. Come on. There we go. Nothing good ever ends in a go-go, does it?
I tell you, I've got a crazy family. There's a good reason my brother has a stupid look on his face. He's stupid!
All day long he asks people for the time, and he can't figure out why he always gets different answers.
I said, spell Mississippi. He said, the river or the state?
He recently started writing to make money. He started writing bad checks.
And my sister, she's no angel. She's crazy about the Cub Scouts, but she had to give them up. She was up to 2 packs a day.
That wasn't me. My father made a killing in the stock market. He shot his broker.
Someone asked my dad, what's the latest dope on Wall Street? He said, my son.
My mother's cooking is so bad. In our house, we have Pepto-Bismol on tap. We have the only dog in the neighborhood who begs for Alka-Seltzer.
You're a great-looking crowd. Don't forget, next time you give your clothes away, stay in them. Good night!
Thank God that's over.
Good evening. How are you doing? What happened to the upside-down Frankenstein monster? His feet smelled and his nose ran. What is a ghost's favorite carnival ride? The roller coaster. Why did one skeleton chase the other skeleton? Because he had a bone to pick with him. Where do Indian ghosts live? In a creepy teepee. How does a ghost eat? By gobbling down his food. What is a demon's favorite snack? Devil dog. Where does Dracula like to stay in New York? The Vampire State Building. Thank you, guys and girls. Good night.